Hi there, welcome to chemistry class. And of course, in this chemistry class, we're going to be looking at the syllabus for JAMB Chemistry. The importance of syllabus to any exam, the importance of syllabus to any course, the importance of syllabus to any subject you want to write in any examination cannot be overestimated. Syllabus gives you a guide, it gives you a direction you should follow. It makes you not to go astray because a lot of people go about reading a lot of irrelevant things, but the syllabus gives you a direction. That is why the first and one of the most important things you must take note of before taking your exam is your syllabus. You must look at your syllabus, you must look at the topics that JAMB want to test you on. You must get used to them. You must have answered a lot of questions on them before you now say you are fully prepared for the examination. I hear a lot of people, they said, if I ask them, are you prepared? They say, yeah, they are fully prepared. Okay, have you used your syllabus? I was not given syllabus at the point of registration. No. The syllabus before now is supposed to be given to you at the point of your registration. But so that we do not eat our time into discussing what syllabus is and the importance, let's talk about chemistry syllabus. Do not forget that this video is brought to you by all three schools JAMB app. All three schools JAMB application is the best CBT practice app available out there, right? So, of course, it has all the JAMB past questions for all subjects in one application. All subjects, all solution in one application. And of course, it is designed like the CBT exam you write on that day. And that is why it is very important that you get this application, that you practice the questions on them, because they do not only have past questions, they have likely questions for the exam on the app. So a lot of testimonies from the last year JAMB show that a lot of questions were repeated from the past question, and most of our likely questions, a lot of them came out in the exam. So you do not play and do not sleep on this application. Head over to Play Store, download all three schools. This is all three schools JAMB app. Search for it, download it. This app is in two modes. There's a free mode, there's a paid mode. The free mode allows you to answer only 5 questions. After you have answered 5 questions, you'll be told to activate, which is now the paid mode. The activation for the app is just 2,500 naira. This is the small token that you are giving to us to say thank you for the time and the effort. Thank you for such a wonderful application. So we are not charging you really, because this amount is very, very small. If you want to buy your traditional past questions, if you buy 4 past questions now, that would, for your 4 subject in JAMB, that will be 4,000 naira. But of course, all subjects for 2,500, of course, is AWOOF. Head over to Play Store, download. How to activate your app is very easy. After downloading the app, of course, click on activate. At the top, you see where they wrote buy activation key. Once you click on that buy activation key, you will see 3 options for payment. There's Google Pay, there's online payment through your debit card, and the third option is transfer to bank account. So you can transfer to Zenith Bank account of all three schools. And after making your transfer, in case you have in your mind, in case you have trust issues, a lot of us have trust issues. This app no be scam. Anything online, I know they trust. My body they do me somehow. If I want to do something online, right? Many people are like that. Because of you, I will give you full assurance that the app is not scam. We have taken a lot of time, energy, resources to develop such an app, and of course, it's not to scam 2,500 from a student who wants to make the most out of life. So we are not in that type of game, please. So please, because of you people, I'm going to drop our customer care number 091 21 51 5246, so that in case you make your payment, you don't need to be calling every time. Our customer care, they can be very busy, and even me personally, I can be very, very busy at times. Shooting this video, editing it, the production room, uploading it, many things can be taking my time at a time. So sometimes you see, you will call the line may not go because it is used for recording, or sometimes when we are recording, we put our phones on airplane mode or on silent so that it does not interrupt the video. So please feel free, make your payment, send the payment proof to this WhatsApp number. You will be sent your activation key. But in case you do not want to go through this means, right, just use your debit card to pay online, and your activation key will be automatically sent to your phone through your email. So it's that easy. All right, now let's talk about the syllabus for chemistry. What are the topics we are going to consider? What are the topics we are going to talk about? What are the topics we are supposed to read? What are the topics we are supposed to answer questions on to build our confidence and be ready for the examination? Let's go there. All right, so the first topic, of course, the first topic is separation of mixtures and purification of chemical substances. So number one is separation of mixtures and purification of chemical substances. So in the first topic, I'm going to talk about separation techniques, of course, different type of separation techniques that exist, sieving, chromatography. We're going to talk about all of them: distillation, fractional distillation, crystallization, and so on and so forth. Those many separation techniques, we are going to discuss them. Of course, I'm going to also do tests for purity. So what makes a substance to be pure? When do we say a substance is pure? How do we test for purity? Different types of different methods we use in testing for purity: boiling and melting point, olfaction, and so on and so forth are those things we are going to discuss in this first topic. Now, number two, the second topic is chemical combination. Chemical. Of course, in this chemical combination, we are going to discuss some laws of chemical combination. So where we have law of definite proportion of constant composition, we have law of reciprocal proportion, we have law of conservation of matter, and so on and so forth. All right, so I talk about Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. Also, we talk about Avogadro's law. Also, talk about chemical symbols, the formulae, equations, and their uses. We talk about relative atomic mass based on carbon 12. Carbon 12 is a standard, right? To talk about the mole concept and Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, and so on and so forth. So, in the third topic, we're going to talk about kinetic theory of matter and gas laws. Number three, kinetic theory of matter and gas laws. So this is third topic we are going to discuss in chemistry. So of course we'll talk about the phenomenon to support the kinetic theory of matter using melting, vaporization, boiling, freezing, condensation. Then we'll talk about the laws of Boyle, that is Boyle's law. Talk about the laws of Charles, that is Charles' law. Talk about Graham and Dalton, law of partial pressure. Talk about combined gas laws. Talk about molar volume and atomicity of gases. But I then also we'll talk about the ideal gas equation, where we have that word that PV equals to what? nRT, right? So I'm going to discuss all this in kinetic theory of matter and gas laws. All right, so likewise, number four, we now go to atomic structure and bonding. Atomic structure and bonding. All right, so under atomic structure and bonding, of course, we're going to talk about the different type of bonds we have, right? Covalent bond, electrovalent bond, and so on and so forth, right? So we'll talk about, of course, the concept of atoms, molecules, and ions, right? We know their definitions, right? Talk about the works of Dalton, talk about R.A. Millikan, Ernest Rutherford, Niels Bohr, and so on and so forth. They'll talk about atomic structure, generally, electron configuration, atomic number, mass number, and isotopes. Know the concept of isotopy. They'll talk about specific examples that will be drawn from atomic number 1 to 20 from the periodic table, of course. They'll talk about shapes of S and P orbitals, right? We'll talk about the periodic table and periodicity of elements. Then we'll talk about chemical bonding, where we'll talk about the different type of chemical bonding what we have, including hydrogen and metallic bonding. All right, so then also talk about shapes of simple molecules, and they'll talk about nuclear chemistry. We'll talk about radioactivity and nuclear reactions. So in this fourth topic, we are going to discuss all of these things I've mentioned. Then number 5, we talk about air. Number 5, air. We know that air is a mixture of all gases, right? So we'll discuss the natural gaseous constituents of air. We'll talk about their proportion also, right? There's nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and of course, noble gases, right? So we'll talk about air as a mixture and some uses of the noble gas. Then, after discussing air, number 6, we'll talk about water. So I'm trying to manage it so that we have everything in one space. So we'll talk about water, the sixth topic. Then we'll talk about water as a product of the combustion of hydrogen and its composition by volume. Talk about water as a solvent. Talk about hard and soft water, right? Talk about treatment of water for town supply. We'll talk about water of crystallization, efflorescence, deliquescence, and hygroscopy, right? Talk about example of the substances exhibiting these properties and their uses. Then number 6. Am I not missing something, right? So the first topic is separation of mixture and purification of chemical substances. The second topic is chemical combination. Third topic, kinetic theory of matter and gas laws. The fourth topic, atomic structure and bonding. The fifth topic is air. The sixth topic is water. Of course, the seventh topic is solubility. Solubility. So under solubility, we talk about unsaturated, saturated, and supersaturated solutions. So also discuss about solubility curves and simple deductions from them. We'll talk about solvents for fats, oils, and paints, and the use of source solvent for the removal of stains. We'll talk about true and false solutions. We'll talk about suspensions and what and colloids. Don't worry, join us in the class. It will be interesting journey to follow. Then the eighth topic here is environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. So under environmental pollution, we'll talk about sources and effects of pollutants, talk about air pollution, then we'll talk about water pollution, we'll talk about soil pollution. That would drive us to number 9, the ninth topic, acid, bases, and salt. So under acid, bases, and salt, talk about the general characteristics, properties, and uses of acid, bases, and salts. Talk about qualitative comparison of the conductance of a molar solutions of strong and weak acid and bases, of course. Relationship between conductance and amount of ions presence are what we are going to discuss. Then we talk about pH and pOH scale. Talk about simple calculation. We'll do calculations on pH. They are very, very simple calculations. So do not bother yourself. I'm here for you. We are going to just join me in this class to be a very, very interesting journey. Then we'll talk about acid-base titrations, of course. Then also talk about hydrolysis of salts. Simple examples such as ammonium chloride, AlCl3, Na2CO3, and what CH3COONA. So then we'll talk about the 10th topic. In the 10th topic, we're talking about oxidation and reduction. So that is what redox, of course. We'll talk about redox reactions. So we'll talk about oxidation and reduction in details. So we'll talk about the 11th topic is electrolysis. 11, electrolysis. This is a topic that most people find difficult. The calculations under them are very easy. But what do you need to understand? Simple theories. Simple theory. The basis, once you understand the factors also affecting electrolysis, and the simple thing about electrolysis, solving calculations on electrolysis will be very easy for you. Join me in that class. It will be a very, very soft journey. So they'll talk about under this, we'll talk about electrolytes and non-electrolytes. Then we'll talk about uses of electrolysis. We'll talk about electrochemical cells, talk about corrosion as an electrolytic process. Then, of course, number 12, that will take us to energy changes. Energy changes. Energy changes. All right, so in energy changes, we talk about energy changes that delta H accompanying physical and chemical changes. Talk about entropy, the order of jagajaganess, the order of disorderliness of a system. Entropy as an order disorder phenomenon, simple illustration like mixing of gases and dissolution of salts. Then we talk about C, spontaneity of reactions, right? So simple, very simple topic, interesting, but very simple. Then number 13, we talk about rates of chemical reactions. So in the 13th topic, we talk about rates of chemical reaction. So under this, we talk about elementary treatment of the following factors which can change the rate of chemical reaction, right? Then we talk about temperature. We talk about, of course, concentration or pressure, surface area. Talk about catalyst, and of course, we're going to talk about reaction rate curves and activation energy, the minimum amount of energy required for for uh, for a process to take place. So, of course, the 14th topic is chemical equilibrium. 14, chemical 14th topic is chemical equilibrium. So under chemical equilibrium, we talk about reversible reactions and factors governing the equilibrium position. So we talk about dynamic equilibrium, talk about Le Chatelier's principle, right? The chemical process, you know the definition. And of course, talk about simple examples to include action of steam on iron, right? So number 15, we talk about non-metals and their compounds. Number 15, talk about non-metals and their compounds. Non-metals and their compounds, right? So under that, we talk about hydrogen, we talk about halogens, right? Then we talk about oxygen and sulfur. Then talk about, of course, their production also, and so on and so forth. So that will now lead us to the 16th topic, which is what? Metals and their compounds. So we have discussed non-metals and their compounds now. So we'll discuss here metals and their compounds. Metals and their compounds. That's the 16th topic, right? So under this, we talk about general properties of metals, talk about alkali metals, of course, and then we'll talk about tin, aluminium, iron, copper, and also alloys. So that will take us to number 17 topic, organic compounds. Organic compounds. For most of you, say you want us to begin with organic chemistry. So let us talk about organic compounds. So we're going to get there. We're going to have all of those videos in this channel. So stay with us. Whatever time you're watching this video, stay with us. Go to the channel, search for O3 Schools on YouTube. Look for the videos we have. We have on various topics: physics, chemistry, mathematics, government, economics, English. For JAMB, whether it's JAMB, we are ready for you. All right. So, of course, do not forget to download the O3 School JAMB app. It helps you a lot of explanation to questions, and of course, direction that you follow to succeed in your JAMB. All right. So, of course, that will take us after discussing organic compounds. Because okay, so let me quickly dabble into organic compound. No, I was talking about the alkanes, and the alkynes, right? Talk about a general introduction to the tetravalency of carbon, and then the general formula, how you pack nomenclature, and the determination of empirical formula of each class of the organic compounds mentioned, such as what? Aliphatic hydrocarbons. We talk about alkanes, then we'll talk about alkenes and alkynes. Then, of course, we'll talk about alkanals and alkanones, talk about alkanoic acids, alkanoids, talk about the amines. Then we'll talk about carbohydrates, proteins, and polymers. And then to take us to the last topic in chemistry, which is what? Chemistry and industry. So in this chemistry and industry, we're discussing chemical industries, types, raw materials, and relevance, biotechnology. So of course, you may want to ask, yes, you will download the O3 Schools app. It's very paramount to your success. O3 Schools app, JAMB app is very paramount to your success. But again, what do you need? You need a good textbook. So if you watch the video I did on a best way to study for JAMB, you need your syllabus, you need a textbook, and you need your JAMB app. Those three, once you have them, and then you diligently study, no devil can make you to score less than 300. So provided you put your mind to it. So if you want to write your JAMB, put your mind to JAMB. Know that this period is JAMB I want to write. Know that you're having divided attention up and down, here and there. Go offline. Know that you want to study. right? So the only thing you should be paying attention to is information. So once come online, check what's happening about your exam, and go back to your studies, right? Because JAMB has jammed people severally. In fact, I say severally times. Jamb people severally. You will be an exception if you study. You'll be an exception if you study, and you'll be exceptional if you study. So study, get your textbook. Now for chemistry, which textbook is recommended? It will always be new school chemistry. So get new school chemistry, of course, by Ababio, and of course use it to study. Once you study the topic, go to past questions, your O3 School JAMB app, search for topic under it, maybe alkanoids or organic chemistry and so on and so forth. Search for question under the topic you have studied, answer the question. Go to the next topic, read about it, look for past questions, answer them. Go to the next topic using your syllabus, right? So you need your syllabus, like I said, your syllabus, your JAMB app, and your textbook. So go to your syllabus, look at the first topic. After reading about the first topic in your textbook, go to the app, search for questions under separation of what? Of mixtures and what? Purification of chemical substances. Answer them. Go to the next topic, chemical combination. Go to your textbook, read about it. Go to your app, search for questions. Go to the third one like that. Finish your syllabus. Make sure you finish your syllabus before your exam. If you do that, you'll see that what you'll be smiling, and of course you'll be happy with yourself, and your parents will also be happy that they have not wasted money on your head. So please, let's all drive. Let's keep our drive. Let's study. Let's study. Let's study. And of course, let's make our parents proud. That is the only reason why they are suffering. Well, most of our parents, you see them not at home 24 hours. They're looking for what to eat, what to making us comfortable. The only thing we can do for them, put your head inside your book, study, burn the midnight oil. So this is where we draw the curtain in this class. In the next class, you'll be seeing various uploads of what of these topics on this channel, which can also aid your learning so that it will complement your reading, your past questions, and of course will make you successful. My name is Owolabi Tangod, aka MC Owoblo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next class.